kindness coming through our communities as people band together. And one of those today is from Quirindi High School, where a group of students recently headed out to help farmer Chris Law and his partner on their farm for a day. The students got their hands pretty dirty, we're told, doing odd jobs like clearing up rubbish. And it's just been tough for Chris because he's been so busy hand feeding, I'm sure, like many of you. But the story gets even better. Chris and the students were treated to a delicious morning tea prepared by the school's hospitality students. And they were able to do it because of money raised for them by a Sister-School at Bellingen High, who managed to put together about $600 for the students at Quirindi. It's a lovely story, isn't it? Ian Worley is the principal of the Quirindi School. Good morning to you, Ian.
Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well. I mean, what did you think when you approached about allowing the students to take part in something like this? As you've watched the drought have such an impact, what did you make of the students' request?
I thought it was a fantastic request. It was initiated by our primary industry teachers, Sozou, and the students after discussions about what they could do to support the local community. And my role as a principal is not to have all the ideas, but to listen to the ideas and try and enable those, which are fantastic. And this was a great idea. And it was very much symbiotic as well. Whilst it was our students going out and assisting a local primary producer, the primary industries course that we run is pretty big in the school, and it was a way of students also being able to learn and meet certain competencies as well that they needed to do.
Oh, wow. So you got to tick a few academic or curriculum boxes while it was happening.
Yeah, we did. So it was very much a two-way street. It was about us being able to support the community, but it was also about the students gaining from the experience in the local community as well.
What from your point of view, what impact did you see it have on the students? I mean, are many of them from farming backgrounds, or did it really open their eyes to what was happening?
Yeah, Kelly, a lot of the students here are from farming backgrounds. We have a really strong agricultural program at Quirindi High School, and I can see the impact on the students, and they can see the impact on our agricultural program that it's having here, but also, kids having to come to school a bit later. They've been feeding horses, feeding cattle, feeding stock, but knowing that they could actually do something for somebody in the community as well has buoyed them a little bit. I mean, we hear a lot about the feed coming in, etc., but this was really good practical stuff as well, and helping somebody with a lot of jobs that take a lot of time. And I know as a primary producer as well, all of that time taken up with feeding and watering, you just can't get round to the little jobs that you need to do, and this was a way of students being able to assist somebody to get a lot of that done.
That's great. We're going to talk to one of the students you've got with you in just a moment. But Ian, I mean, from that point of view, and we've certainly heard the stories in the schools that we've been visiting recently of the kids getting up extra early to help with hand feeding, and there's a bit more responsibility on them. How are you taking care of the welfare of the kids affected by the drought? And do you think any of the Year 12 students will actually apply for a hardship discount as a result of what's going on?
Look, I believe that some of them may do that because it is really impacting on their ability to focus on their studies at school, knowing what's going on at home. And we make allowances. We understand that we're in a rural community, and sometimes kids may have to leave school a little early. They may be a little bit late. They've got to do things during the day to help their family get through the current situation. So we bend and flex as a school to make sure that we're supporting students and their families as we need to. So that's one of the biggest things that we can do is offer that level of flexibility as a public school in the local area here to make sure that we're assisting the kids and the local community as much as we can.
Oh, good on you, Ian. It's lovely to have the chance to talk to you. And we're always a big fan of your work out at Nundle and the Great Nundle Dog Race. So lovely to hear you are taking some or providing this kind of leadership at Quirindi. Thank you for your time. Now you've got one of the students with you there. I think young Beau Mulholland.
I have. I'll pass over to Beau, and he's a little bit nervous about the interview, but I'll pass over to him now, and he'll be able to fill you in with some more details. Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks, Ian. Hopefully we've got Beau Mulholland here, one of the students at Quirindi High School. Morning to you, Beau.
Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
I'm really well, and thank you for your time. What was it like when you headed out on the farm to help Chris? What were you expecting to see and do?
I was expecting really hard work and stuff, but it was hard work. But just knowing you're going out there to help people who are struggling in the drought, and they don't have enough time to complete all their jobs over the day. So just having those extra hands from the Quirindi High School student gave them that opportunity to not have as much stress on their shoulders, and we just helped them out, and they were really appreciative of what we did for them.
What kind of things did you do?
Some of the jobs we helped out with was fencing, like pulling down old fences and restraining them and running new wires. We were feeding stock cottonseed out the back of a ute. We helped clean up old silage waste, which is it's a handful of a job. It's just something that you need to get round to, otherwise it spreads and blows in the wind. And we helped pull down old stockyards, and we removed them, and so they were easier to pack up and move away to the tip or wherever they had to go to.
You sound like a bit of an experienced voice there with some of that work. Do you have a bit of a background in farming?
Yeah, I live on a farm and we breed quarter horses and we have cattle also, but we do lucerne. We make lucerne hay and we sell that and feed it to animals and stuff like that.
So you really understand what's happening for farmers around the region, I guess, Bo.
Yeah, the drought really impacts farmers, and it does hurt people. People have feelings, and it is hard for them. So anyone's help if to help a farmer, anyone's help will take stress off of them, and any hands make it light work, and it just helps people, and
That's great. And I guess, what was it like watching or working with your schoolmates out on the farm as well, getting the job done all together?
It was really good, actually. So some of the students who went out there I don't associate with as much throughout school, but going and helping farmers and watching them work and visualising their capability of farming skills. As a farmer myself, I learned how to do some things. Some of the students knew how to do things that I didn't do, so I learned from them, which was a bonus for me because I learned more things, and it was a really educational day also helping people.
Wow. And are you studying primary industries or ag at school as well, Bo?
Yeah, I've been accelerated for agriculture, and I'm sitting my HSC trials and HSC this year.
Wow.
And I'm only in year 11 for that, and I also do primary industries as well.
Good on you, mate. Look, I guess it's a little bit bittersweet, I suppose, though, in the sense that the difficulty of the drought's very obvious, but possibly as a student, it'll bring an incredible broader understanding to the realities of farming, and probably give you a better insight into what agriculture is about, maybe as you get into your studies. Is that playing out that way at all, Bo?
Yeah, it does. Just helping the farmers, and then coming from a farm myself, it does impact me also. Recently having a little bit of rain has taken a bit of stress off of me because there's green grass coming through, and but you gotta it's really stressful, and we have hand feeding animals as well, and the pressure that you have of feeding your animals, and that it does help with your schoolwork, and you can put it pen to paper and you learn things.
Yeah, wow. Well, Bo Mulholland is with us on ABC New England Northwestern. He's one of the students at Quirindi High who've been out on Chris Lawler's farm. We're going to Chris Law's farm. We're going to catch up with Chris in just a moment. But it wasn't just the farm work. You took a few snacks out as well. I think the hospitality students were on board doing a bit of cooking for the day.
Yeah, so Bellingen High School, our sister school, they underwent a fundraiser. So they're on the coast, and they did a fundraiser for us and raised money, and the money that they raised went towards the Quirindi High School Hospitality, and the students provided morning tea, lunch, afternoon tea, and Miss Lawson was the hospitality teacher who prepared and helped cook all the food and provided really lovely meals overall for the day.
That's great. And do you think you're going to get back and visit a few more farms, or go back and visit Chris's farm again and help out?
Yeah, I'd like to help Chris again, but I would also like to move on to another farmer who needs help also, and help achieve some jobs that they need doing that they don't have time to get their hands around.
Well, Bo, it's so lovely to talk to you this morning, and all the best with your studies. What an incredible young man you are. Thanks so much, Bo. Great to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Have a good day.
You too, Bo Mulholland. Are you blown away? Are you completely blown away by that incredible young man this morning? What a champion. Chris Law is the farmer who was part of the project and had the students on his place. Good morning to you, Chris.
Good morning, Kelly.
What was it like to have the students out there with you?
It was just terrific. They came out here. There was, I think we finished up with 11 kids coming, which was quite a challenge to find enough jobs for those.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Originally, I thought there was 3 or 4. And Monday morning, I was told, no, there could be 14. And holy smokes, what do we do now? So that was quite a challenge. But anyway, we took the offer, and we had a great day. Michelle and I, we enjoyed it. It was like the drought affects everybody in different ways. I think even whether you've got it in the town or out in the farm or whatever you do, it affects the whole community. And having a day like that in the 2018 drought will really stick in our mind with those kids coming out here and having a day with us.
Yeah. How are things on your place at the moment, Chris? What's it like for you day to day?
Yeah, we're going all right. We're feeding everything, and we're still able to get a bit of feed. Things like that. It takes up a lot of time is the biggest thing, and I think with what you do, you've got to be positive. I think that everybody gets down and out with the drought. I think you've got to attack the drought. I think you've got to go and be positive and push. I think if you get too far down, and with those kids coming out for the day like that, and the thing was, there was no mobile phones, there was no anything. You could talk to them. They were all happy lot. They all got on well. Work. You've never seen people work like they did in all my life. Like the first job that we had to do was picking up all that silage wrap, which is a job that Michelle and I would have probably still had in 6 months' time, because we're feeding out silage and it breaks off every day. And they got through that, picked it up, and it was a stinking job, but they didn't bat an eyelid. They just into it, got it done. Righto, what's the next job? And away we went. And the whole day evolved like that. Morning tea, lunch was provided. Mrs. Lawson brought the feed out for lunch, and crikey, we could have fed an army. Mind you, I think there was one lad that sat down, and I think he ate 4 bread rolls and something else. It didn't take him long to put them away. So it was just terrific, yeah. And like I said, it'll be something that sticks in our mind for a long, long time. And it's great to have the high school like that. Over the years, I've done a fair bit with schools and different things. We feed a few show cattle and go to shows and things like that. So we've had a big involvement with sort of kids in different ways, and it's just lovely. I thoroughly enjoy doing that. My other vice is playing touch football, and the amount of kids that you play with there, and it's just wonderful to see the young people in the town that are getting in and having a go and helping us like that was just fantastic. Fly the school, the teachers, like it didn't just happen. It takes a lot of people to run those sorts of things, and the day went off, and it was just a great day.
A crack of a day. So your advice would be to, if Bo and the team reach out to another farmer, definitely let them on for the day and give them the opportunity to help out for a little while.
Yes, yeah, you'll never regret it. You get to meet some of the local, like most of those kids I don't know, but you've sort of got a link there now that you know them. And it's terrific. Like you hear of all the kids going to cities and things like that. But it'll be nice if we can keep some of them in town, because they'll all be looking for jobs in the next year or two. And the way they went here, they won't have much difficulty getting a job.
I was going to say that to you, given hopefully a lot of those young students are going to stay in agriculture. What does the future of agriculture look like, despite the drought, but with youngsters like that willing to get involved?
Yeah, it's just terrific. Well, it gives them a little bit of a look on the other side of the fence. Like you can, like they say, quite a few of them came from farms, but it's a different farm, a different person, things like that, different way we do things. So I think the opportunity was there. They've taken it. They've gone with it. And if they can find another place to go to and do the same thing, it's all part of the learning, I think, is the best thing.
That's wonderful, Chris. Well, you take care of yourself and your partner during the drought, and we hope the rain brings you a bit more fortune soon, Chris. Thank you for telling us about the experience with the kids. So what a lovely day for you. Thanks, Chris.
Yep, that was all right. And thanks to the school and all the people that made it happen.
Good on you. Good.
And to yourselves. Thank you.
Chris Law there, one of our farmers out at Quirindi. What a beautiful story. Lovely to hear what the kids are doing, isn't it? Isn't it impressive? And maybe visiting another school soon if they can. But I'm imagining they're going to get pretty busy with HSC and things like that into the future. So a bit of studying to go, but very heartening, isn't it? What a wonderful, beautiful story. Thank you to Quirindi High for letting us know about that event, and good on all those gorgeous students for helping out the guys on the farms.
Hi, Chris Barth here. Evenings is doing